Hey, Gemini. Y'all are number 2. Going on. At first, I almost thought it was Pisces and then Taurus. And then I had to look again. And y'all wasn't playing either. What's going on in y'all love lives? I really can't wait to do the Taurus reading because I've gotten so many messages about Taurus. Like Taurus is going through some things. It's very interesting. But anywho, welcome to your December 2018 love reading, where I'm going to take a gander at you as well as your cross watcher. Everything is in the description box below. I'm going to keep you guys posted on how to register for the raffle because I have my assistant working on that because I'm trying to do like a bazillion different things. And thank you to everyone who sent an email and who commented with different suggestions for the raffle. You guys are lifesavers. So I'm trying to get these done dizzle. So I got a lot going on right now. But everything you need to know is in the description box below this video, including the discount code for a reading with me. You can find that below. And everything else, So, anywho, we're going to ask Spirit to give us clear and direct guidance for my Geminis in the month of December, as well as their cross watcher. Please give us clear and direct guidance, Spirit, anything that Gemini needs to know, that they're presently grappling with, anything that will be in their highest good and offer them clarity. And I thank you in advance. So, we're going to do an overall energy for you guys from the Romance Angel deck. And then I'm going to get what's poppin' with the Tarot of Sexual Magic, which is a rather interesting deck, I might add, which are all available below on my Amazon store. The link for that's below too. All right, let me get one more card for Gemini's Cross Watcher, please, Spirit. Yep, that's it. Oh, and then at the end, we're going to do the Dice of Resonance. So stay tuned for that. All right. Clear and direct guidance, please, Spirit, for Gemini. Anything they need to know, any conflicts they have, anything they need insight on, I ask that comes to the forefront in this reading. I'm not so much worried about that. You're good for it, Spirit. Clear and direct guidance for my Geminis, please. One more time and we're good to go. I just love how this deck feels in my hands, man. I wish all my decks could feel like this. I don't know what kind of card stock this is, but it's gangster nonetheless. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Oh, Lord. Sam, my disc is full. Please, God, let this record. All right. So, first card we have for Gemini. We have the Nine of Swords. That's what Pisces had. Then we have the Hermit. Okie dokie. And then we have Death. Your overall energy is finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. This is interesting. So, I don't know what's up with this whole restraint thing. But it's like, okay, overall, you guys are desiring someone, either someone specific or it's just being in a relationship, period, but you're restraining yourself. Seeing your overall energy as finances and career, I would say that it's almost applying self-restraint in the sense that I guess like a belief associated with that you need to have your money right before you start dating someone. That's interesting. And then this reminds me of Pisces. But I mean, at least for them, you guys are fearing restraint. Okay, I see what's happening here. All right, so slightly Like, okay, so overall, the whole thing is, and I can't really, why I don't believe that it's good or bad. It's like, that's just kind of your way of doing things. But I mean, it's understandable. It's like feeling like you need to have your own affairs in order before you connect with someone else. So even though it's like, I feel like you guys are feeling that vacancy or have that desire for someone in your life, you're feeling as if the main focus should be your finances right now. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you're kind of fearing that, because it's like, even though, and that's interesting. And you guys may be desiring a Virgo person, BTW, the Hermit, or a Scorpio person. But anyway, the whole thing is that you're kind of, you feel that this is the right thing to do, right? But it's almost like, I feel like now you're kind of having fears of wondering if this is the right thing. And I feel like this could possibly be happening because it's holiday time, you know, because you see a lot of couples and stuff like that this time of year. So you know you're doing the right thing, but you're kind of wondering if you should kind of surrender to the idea of having a partner because it's a fear of missing out. So a little FOMO is going on. It's a fear of missing out on a love relationship, and specifically for you guys who have somebody in your life, like say it's someone who really wants to date you, and the reason why you're kind of holding back is because you feel like you need to be in a certain place. So seeing that, what your overall lesson is in all of this, because the death card in this deck is about like abstinence, but what it says is that abstaining from something, and I'm seeing death with the Hermit. So this kind of suggests to me that there's a transformation that's going on within you. So I think it may even be something deeper than finances. So I don't really feel like you have anything to worry about as far as like the restraint goes. And that, okay. So even if there's someone, if you're dating someone and you are abstinent, and like say if you're a person who's not having, like you've made the decision to not have sex either until you're married or until you're in like a committed relationship, you don't necessarily need to falter on this. So if you're afraid that not having sex with this person is going to make them not want to date you, that's not true. It's actually going to make them want you more. So that's a very specific message for somebody out there. But overall, I don't really feel like you have anything to worry about, even though I do get the sense for some people that the like saying that you don't want to commit because of the finances and career, like I sense there's like something deeper to that. Is it that symbolic of something? So it's kind of one of those things where you're attributing it to, I don't want to commit yet because of finances and careers, and you're using that as a block to commit. It's like whatever it is that's really behind that, that's still not anything that you need to worry about, because I get the sense that if there's a person that's involved, if there's a person you're interested in, a person you're holding off from or is holding off from you, the overall sense that I get from this is that whatever it is you think you're doing, you're actually playing into what it is that spirit wants you to do, because there's a transformation that's going on in this relationship. And I'm seeing that a lot with the 9 of Swords. So there's really nothing to worry about, because, you know, whether they're holding back from you or you're holding back from them, or there was like a false start in the relationship, like this person was connected with you and then they pulled back, or you were connecting with someone and you pulled back. It's like this temporary break that's going on right now. There's nothing to really worry about, because it's a transformation that both of you are going through. So there's like a rebirth that's happening in the relationship overall. You know what I'm saying? But if you have felt the need to kind of work on your finances and stuff of the sort, I would say to go ahead and do that, just because, you know, my perception on things is a holistic framework. So I feel that if you're irresponsible with your finances, like your finances, then there's other facets of your life that you're doing the same thing that you're doing with your money, whether it's hoarding it or overspending it. That's kind of how you'll be showing up in situations too. You know what I mean? So, okay. Well, thank you, Spirit. So that's the thing that's going on behind the scenes. It's this, and even if it's not money and finances, if it's anything, the reason why you're feeling led to work on this particular thing, and the other person may even be feeling that too, we'll see in a second, but it's like whatever it is that you're feeling led to work on, it's like some of you may be privy to this, others of you aren't, but you're doing energetic work. Some of you are aware that you're doing energetic work, others of you aren't, but it's getting your finances into that equilibrium, or like, you know, this homeostatic kind of state to where it's balanced. You know what I'm saying? This energy, like you cultivating this in this facet of your life, is going to in turn allow this to bleed into every other facet of your life. So getting this under control, something tangible, is inadvertently getting other facets of your life into control. So that's pretty much like the transformation that's happening like behind the scenes, but I feel like that's happening for both of you, but probably for different stuff. So in other words, follow what your spirit is leading you to do. You know what I'm saying? And everything's going to work out fine, because I feel like what's that old saying? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. It's like, while both of you are working on yourselves in this little, you know, temporary little break or whatever, this is going to work out for the greater good, because you're both being transformed to have a, you know, deeper connection when you come back together. Now, for your cross-watcher person, we have past life relationship. You have known each other before. This is interesting. Man, I'm loving this. And Mercury retrograde is over tomorrow, you guys. I'm so excited. I really don't know what happened yesterday. Yesterday, like, I don't know who I was yesterday. Anyway, first card that we have the Knave of Swords. Then we have the Nine of Chalices, another 9. Then we have another 9. The 9 of Pentacles. So that's 3 9s. Only thing we don't have is the 9 of Wands. But I guess that's a good thing. Dog. I can tell you right now, Gemini, you know how I said that the other person may be doing the same thing? You have 2 major arcanas. They have 2 9s. So it's like they're coming to the end of a cycle. And it's like I'm seeing this in 2 different ways, because of course with the tarot is sexual magic, like the meanings of each of these cards are entirely different than the general tarot deck. But it's like I'm seeing this. Oh wow, that's so interesting. This is beautiful. Because Spirit just showed me like 2 pyramids. So it's like I saw like, okay, triangle here, because the cards, I have them, it's like 3 here, 3 there. But Spirit just showed me a triangle from their 2 outside cards and your middle card, and then a triangle between your 2 outside cards and their middle card. So it looks like the Star of David. But the way that I'm seeing that is like a sense of completion. You know what I'm saying? So this is almost like 2 complete beings coming together, in so many words. Because the thing with them is, if you were questioning how it is that they feel about you, it's like they're completely enthralled and intoxicated with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I look at this card as like my drunken love card. It's like when you are so completely enthralled with a person to where like you lose all continents or something. You're just completely just, you know. Oh wow, that's 4 9s. I just realized the Hermit is a 9. That's crazy. Wow. And then that's 13 and that's 4. Here we go with my numbers again, y'all. Y'all know how I do. That's interesting. There's 4 9s. This is the spread of all. Wow. That's 9 and 9. 9 and 9. 13 is 4. And then there's 4 9s. And then 4 and 4 is 8. That's very interesting. Okay, so here goes some more little soul connection stuff going on here. But yeah, if you were ever questioning, because legit with the 9 of chalices and the 9 of pentacles in this deck, like this is this card, a 9 of pentacles in this deck, is like about like submitted desire, like holding back, which is the same thing that, you know, the hermit is like about, you know. It's like, and like with the death card, it's like all these are pretty much the same thing. It's like a form of like abstaining. So it's like holding back, but there's a very valid reason why you guys are holding back, even though you may not have known why it was that you were holding back from this person. You know what I'm saying? It's like all of this is in divine order. So there was a separation between the two of you for a very important reason. But at the end of this, like when I guess this little separation cycle ends, it's like everybody legit is coming to the realization of like this fiery, passionate desire that these people have for each other, which is rather interesting. Because it's like, and I think like part of like your cross watcher, the thing that they're afraid of is almost the same thing that you're afraid of. It's like FOMO. It's like wondering if maybe you moved on, or maybe, you know, if they came back that you really wouldn't be like interested, or you know, that you're good solo dolo. Like it's almost like the fear, y'all have the same damn fear. It's almost like you have a fear of missing out on love, and like with them, they're afraid that maybe you learning life without them, like you learning how to stand on your own 2 feet, that you may be so good like by yourself that if they did come back, that you'd be like, psh, anyway. You know what I'm saying? But it's like overall, the thing that they've realized from this whole process is like legit, like how much or how badly, like, because I feel like with your cross watcher, it's like they're more reserved, whether they're male or female. It's like they're more, I don't want to say like stoic, but it's just like they don't show their emotions easily. But it's like, dude, it's like what I'm feeling behind this person's very, you know, even keeled demeanor. It's like a raging inferno of like passion and desire for you. You know what I'm saying? But it's like they're holding back for whatever reason. But they want you. And I don't mean that in just like a sexual kind of way. It's like in every kind of way. It's like they want to build something very tangible with you. It's like they want something that's very interlinked, like being able to mesh with a person on like a spiritual level, on a physical level, and like on an emotional level. And like I'm noticing how I'm doing this with my hands. It's like literally commingling. And I feel like both of you guys are going to have this in each other. So, I mean, if you've kind of started to lose hope on a situation, it's like, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't start, you know, meddling, because everything is unfolding as it should be. And this is kind of the thing that I talk about. Like, whenever we talk about like letting a person go, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, to where you let the person go and you're focusing on what's important to you. And how I talk about, like, my dad's will saying that, you know, a watch pot never boils. It's like, see, when you take your attention away from something and you focus on you, even if these little anxieties and fears rise up from time to time, you've relinquished control enough to give spirit enough room to move in. Like, this is what, like, I mean whenever I say to, like, let a person go. Is not to let them go in anger or in bitterness or frustration or, you know, having ill will towards them. It's almost as if you guys got so consumed in worrying about yourself, your finances, or career, you literally left enough room for spirit to come in and to transform this into what it is that you wanted. So it's almost like you're going to witness the miraculous manifest, in so many words. And that's what it really means about letting go, you know, where there's no resistance. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, when you kind of hold on to something and you're still checking back and you're like, oh, you know, when you really surrender something to the universe, it's like you put it up as like a sacrifice. And that's when you, why does it sound like a Jesus analogy? It's like the thing that you love the absolute most, it's like putting it up, you know, on the proverbial cross to be crucified, right? So that it can die, right? And be resurrected into a greater version of what it was. But it's like, in order for that to happen, you had to, you know, give it up as the proverbial sacrificial lamb. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way that you get back everything you ever imagined, like something that's stronger, something that's indestructible, something that lasts you a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? But if you're too afraid to release something, it's like spirit can't ever like come in to transform it. That's why surrender is so important, and non-attachment is so important. Because it's like when we let things go, if we do the thing that we fear the absolute most, like it's in those moments that we get what it is that we've always been desiring. And that's legit what I'm seeing for you guys. So congratulations, Gemini. Congratulations. This is gangster. Like, we talk about past life relationship, like this is like, and I said that with the what was it, the Sagittarius Capricorn cusp reading. I mentioned that momentarily, where I said like it's an ordained relationship. Like, this is something that's like divinely ordained. Like, this is something that's like stands the test of time, lasts a lifetime, indestructible type of deal. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm about to throw the dice of resonance. I love how these readings are so deep and they're going so quick. Thank you, Spirit. Can I get a high five, please? This is what's happening. I like this. So I'm going to throw the dice of resonance. If you're not familiar, it has the 12 zodiac signs. It has roles a person could play in your life and clarifiers of, like, you know, moon, sun, rising, things of the sort. And it also has gives you the opportunity to ask a yes or no question. If you want to ask a yes or no question, pause me now and formulate that question. The answers that you can get are yeses and nos or time sensitive answers. If a time sensitive answer comes up, then take that as a yes and the time in which that'll come to pass. But I don't interpret them or anything. I just toss them out. It's a little extra, you know, a little extra gift. We have Aquarius. We have no. We have Cancer. This is either Venus or a female. And we have crush. So whatever, you know, they're not all, you know, so it's not saying no to a Aquarius, Cancer. And it's funny because I went to go, well, I don't know. Should we take that as a yes, Spirit? Because it said no, but when I went to push them all together on my desk, it flipped to yes. So I don't know if Spirit was faking you out with the okie doke, but but it's like, it's not saying like no to an Aquarius or a Cancer. It's like they're not really interrelated. It's just kind of like however it falls. Like whichever one of these sticks out to you the most, that's what it is. But with this question, it said no, but then it flipped to yes. So if you thought about something after you asked the question, it might be yes to the second one. So I don't know. I have no idea. This has nothing to do with me. But anywho, Gemini, that has been your December 2018 love reading. It has been a pleasure, my dear. If you guys get married and have babies, remember, invite me to the wedding. Name your baby Princess JR. That's a part of the deal. That's how this goes. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I love you guys' faces, and I'll see you sooner than later. Deuces.